Ufi Khan from Pakistan, Miss Min Suk from Korea, Joel and Gary from St. Kitts and Nevis.
I'm representing Oman. So what do I think of? We don't have too much of plant material. We have dates, frankincense, and so I thought of depicting my design with date fronds and date spades. Oman is a very small country. Though we have Salalah where it rains, it has got beautiful monsoon. It's no desert there. Oman has rocks, beautiful stones, because it was a volcanic area before. So this is depicting Salalah, the greenery of Salalah. This is all sand and rocks and everything, the colors of sand.
Must be from Oman. Els from the Netherlands.
I am from a country that has a climate that seems very comparable to here in Nairobi. We have mild winters and mild summers. And therefore, we also get a lot of rain, and everything is very green. So to represent my country, I was thinking of a nice green garden. You can see the plaque, the wooden plaque with the windmill. And I thought that is a nice start of my design, and built a garden around it, because the windmills are so well known in our country.
So we can learn a lot from the legend as Els Hasenberg, AIFD. Thank you, Els.
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou, China. It's a southern region of China.
I'm Sora. We are both from China, Guangzhou. So please allow me to present Ming's design artwork on stage today. So Ming's design idea. So we would like to ask, what's your idea come from? Ming's design idea comes from the Mid-Autumn Festival in China. Actually, I want to know who knows what day is the Mid-Autumn Festival in China for this year. Who knows? September 15, you will see the full moon. Yes, symbolize of happy reunion and many festival celebration.
Canada.
Hello.
Hello.
I hardly ever need a microphone.
Okay.
What was I thinking? I have no idea. However, I listened to our international chairman, Lynn Hoffman, who said that we should combine the countries that we have and the countries that we're going with. And so that's the gold and the green wire that I used today, and I'll show you that shortly. However, I would like to introduce Pooh, my assistant.
Oh.
And Cyan. So I would like to introduce you to Cyan Smith, who is my assistant. And she is my inspiration for my floral design, representing Canada, right? Yeah. And she is an official World Flower Council baby. How old are you, dear?
I'm 10.
And in 2005, your parents went to where? Do you know?
Bali.
And how soon after were you born?
A year later.
9 months, dear. 9 months.
Close enough.
Close enough. Close enough. Your mother thought that was very long.
They are all very kind, very nice. We are a migrant, 5th generation migrant. We are originally from India, my husband's family. But we are welcomed and respected so well. We have got beautiful architecture there. I'm trying to depict, but I cannot equal them. The mosque there is one of the world's best mosques. The opera house there, newest opera, the best of the operas, and the rocks and the hills and the mountains, and you have to come and see it. And the date palms and date springs. You're almost welcome.
So as Pooh mentioned, I enjoy working in groups, because that's what you see when you look at the gardens also. The plants grow in groups, and every plant has its own level in the garden. And I'll try to show that in my design as well. It also reminds me a little bit of the tulip fields.
There are 3 fans in her design presenting Chinese long history and culture. One is the famous painting called Along the River during Qingming Festival. Actually, it shows the prosperous development in old ancient China.
So I just like to point it out and inspire you that you may interest to see and to learn or to study about Chinese floral design because it's really amazing. We start from, for example, we start from the form with European design. We start from the line with others, Ikebana or Japanese. But do you know that in China, they start from container?
Definitely, you will see a lot next year in China. So you guys welcome next year, China. See you, China.
And we do have our Chinese friend here. And the greatest, one of the famous teacher is Miss Suli Si from Guangzhou. If anybody, she's going to be our host of World Flower Council next year in Guangzhou. And she's the expert and the great teacher. If anybody interested in Chinese floral art and design, you can ask her. Thank you, Si.
Canada is represented by greenery and by forests from one end of the country to the other. So the natural materials that we received here, complimentary of all the growers in Kenya, was a real treat to work with, and I thank everyone for it. So our branches up and our branches down, and of course our beautiful roses. Thank you, Susan. But one of the things that people asked me about was the wire, the ribbon that I used. And it is actually a flat wire, flat metal ribbon that you can bend in any shape and form and cut with just a pair of scissors. So we used the green and the matted gold to show the interconnection between Canada, greenery, and the gold, the World Flower Council, and all the richness thereof that we're very proud to be a member of. Chapter President's daughter. This is his daughter, and she is the future of Canada and the future of World Flower Council. And so I'm very, very proud to introduce her and have her part of my design, isn't it? Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Can we let it go? Is it finished?
No.
I told you to say yes.
Whatever you want, Felta.
That's what my husband says.
No. But thank you. And the designer from Canada, take a bow. Woo!
We are going to see what they have in stock for us. And I think I would like to start with Shigeru. And I would like for him to explain a little bit what you are doing and what your thought is behind this arrangement.
Okay, hello everyone. It's very honored to be here. It is the first time to join the country designers. And today we have this, can you see that? I'm inspired from the kind of nature. You know that in Japan is the country of the Ikebana, and Ikebana is mainly the inspired from the nature. So I'd like to try to as simple as possible.
Boo, what have you brought up? It looks like an umbrella, but I don't think it's going to protect us against the rain.
No, it's my imaginations, and it's a fascinating Africa and Kenya. So I thought, what is there? I mean, I thought the water, it is the very precious here in Africa. So I'm kind of create imaginations of my water structure, which is using simple glue gun. You just know we call glue gun, but actually it's a hot glue, and we just make a net out of that and create double layer. And weave all the material through, hide some glass tube, and let them fly, let them have their own life and dimension. What I have done is a shallow tray. So I just keep doing that, and nowadays we get the glue gun the glue stick in colors. So sometimes you can create.
Hi, Beverly. Wonderful you're here, and I already looked at your design when it was in the design room.
My arrangement is to represent Western Australia. I'm here to represent Australia, but my inspiration came from, I was actually asked to do a wedding in Darwin, and you have to excuse me, my voice is just wobbling just for a little while. I'll be fine soon. As you can tell, I'm actually not Australian. I'm from Liverpool, the UK, but I've lived in Australia longer than the UK. So when I was asked to do my country, it was a really interesting process to go through. Which one is my country, you know? So they call, in Perth, they call me the Posse. I was the Pom, and then I was in Australia longer than England, so now I'm the Pom and the Aussie, so they call me the Posse. So, but anyway, this inspiration came from Darwin. I was doing a wedding in Darwin, which takes about 5 hours to fly from Perth to Darwin. I'm the bride, she said. We have to go and see the sunset. So we went to the beach in Darwin, and we sat. The sunset in Darwin is pink, red, blue. It's just amazing. And as the sun just goes down, the blue just shoots out. So for me, that's what this is representing. What was important in the design was the horizontal line. And in Australia, we call this the sleeping line. But I also wanted to have a motion, a downward motion, which is, I think, how we all feel when we watch the sun go down.
With us. And you already explained me yesterday what this is all about, but I think it's much nicer when you talk about it yourself.
Thanks for the opportunity. This is depicting one of our national sites, and it's called the Devil's Bridge. Now, the Devil's Bridge is a natural bridge carved by the sea on the Atlantic side of our island. And it has been eroded from time to time, and it leaves a vacuum, and the water actually gushes, right? So it's a bit dangerous for us when we have tourists come. We have to remind them, please do not go too near in order for them to fall down. Here I've depicted the sea with blue hydrangeas, and this is your access to the beach. We have stones. I'll put some shells there. Some of the asters, we put, this is the foam from the actual sea.
You're really tempted to go there. You want to see it in reality. When she puts this on display, she has a picture of it, so we can even study it a little bit more. And I like the swirling lines of the material. And tell me about the vines that you added.
Yes. First, I start from the round form, and I would like to have a lot of movement and dimension, so a little line stick it up, but I feel that we need a lot of combination and linking between the round of the glue net and the straight line of those material. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I always admire Paul with his ideas. He's so creative. What did you add to your design? Can you stop?
I will. So what I've added, I started with the horizontal line, and then I've added downward motion. So you can see how the downward motion will now take over from the sleeping line. But my aim was for you to feel that it was moving downward. So that maybe, even though we may not see a sunset tonight, that maybe this could be your sunset.
It is said that Devil's Bridge was named after because the African slaves threw themselves into the ocean rather than continue a time of enslavement. So an area of mass suicide, it was determined that the devil had to be there. So I've used some red roses to depict the lives of those who were lost after they went over the Devil's Bridge.
Shigeru, Pooh, Beth, and Teresa, thank you so much for your contribution. Since I'm on this side of the stage, I'd like to start with you, Kathy. What are you doing? What are you creating here?
More organized in parallel line, because I think many of you who knows that I'm a very busy person, not every time stay on the same spot. So too easy to organize things is just do parallel and get them organized and just insert them, and please no conflicts. Okay, this is what I like.
We portrayed a little bit too much of Kenya and Africa in the morning, so as I received a last-minute invitation, I thought, what better, this was during the Olympics, so what better to depict and celebrate the success of our award, multi-medal winning athletics. Give them a big round of applause. We, as a host country, Kenya, are very proud of our athletes, and their training starts in the rough bush, in the terrain, and as they say, there's no free lunch. Same way, the medals don't grow on trees. Also here, I have some little bronze medals tempting the athletes as they start their journey into training.
You are not Kenya.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is my country design. As you can see, it's a shape of an elephant.
Oh.
Actually, okay,
I was wrong.
You're
I'm
wrong.
Sorry, I was wrong. I thought
You're
it's
very
you
wrong. It's an elephant. It was very inspiring. Yesterday, we visit an orphan for elephant. The idea came from there. Drapings. And then I used the kapis. This is the kapis.
The shells.
Okay. So
What is his name?
Rafa.
Rafa. One thing I learned, and I'm sure Rafa is the floral ambassador from the Philippines.
Yes, and Rafa is the naughtiest elephant on the orphanage, according to the...
We come to USA.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm from Michigan, representing the United States. And as many of you know, the United States has 50 states. So sometimes it's kind of hard to keep them straight. I'm going to teach you a little something to help remember my state, Michigan. Take up your right hands and place it on your partner's hand, person next to you. Wrap your thumb around, and this is a Michigan hug. So you've all been inducted into Michigan. You're more than welcome to come and visit. It's a beautiful state. And my inspiration for my design was the sunsets of Lake Michigan. And I started to pull inspiration by thinking of sunsets, as has been mentioned many times today. But my inspiration was the setting sun over Lake Michigan. So I depicted the waters with the blues at the bottom and kind of the arc of the sun and the horizontal line setting down, bringing the colors in. And I've even incorporated some stones, hand-painted and made actually by my dad, one of my inspirations for art. But they're from the shores of Lake Michigan, so I've incorporated them in.
Most of my arrangement, you can view from 4 angles and get organized, and even that they give to the different proportions, a different level on that. And I'm using this material from Malaysia, which is called the sapulidi.
And that she says it's an arrangement that can be viewed from each side. I always like that because you're kind of forced to walk around and look at the other side because each side is different.
Just an ordinary stand on a round plate. And here is like a valve, bracket valve, to hold the bronze part slightly projecting outwards. I've turned the exhibit upside, so that's the mechanics for the eucalyptus to depict the silver medal. And here is just ordinary knitting wool, beads on wire, and bullion wire, the jumbo bullion wire which you can pull apart. So, and this is twine dipped in wood glue and then woven around the disc. And I think at the moment circles are really in the world of floral design and floristry.
I used the burlap, I crumpled it. I used the roses because we have plenty of roses.
When I was starting to think of how could I get going with an arrangement, one of my favorite quotes came to mind, and it is, "Those who bring sunshine to the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves." So I incorporated the sun, and I also incorporated one of the little faces from our friends in South Korea, because
what I love about World Flower Council is it brings all of us together from around the world in the name of beauty through flowers, world peace through the beauty of flowers. And I really love being part of this group because you're all such an inspiration to me. As Elle said, she's never seen me design before because I'm very new in my floral journey. This is really one of my first designs. So I've pulled upon a lot of, thank you, a lot of things that I've learned from many of you.
And I think this is the closing and the highlight of our summit meeting this year, country design sections. Last group, we have Katie Ong from Malaysia, Pritesha from Kenya, Bombet from the Philippines, and Holly from USA. Welcome. This is a very special moment and a special time that World Flower Council could present you a very special workshop. And we are very fortunate to have a very special, world-renowned designers, teachers, master, and also a very dear friend to World Flower Council. Let me introduce to you Mr. Anson Low, AIFD from Singapore.
It's only this moment I feel I'm nervous. With such a big group of students, and I enjoyed so much for the past 2 days, I think I'm not ready for you. If I don't have enough material, I don't have enough knowledge for you, do you get angry with me? No. Sure? So I try my best because we don't expect such a big group. Today for the topic will be contemporary. We're doing something that is more on structure, architecture work. This is number 16. Yeah, they have different number, but of course you can try it out. Very, very interesting to work with. So you just go around as a holder. Okay, as a holder. How much you want to hold, for you, you just type. Okay, just go around. This is the holder, right? So from here, I just bend it out. Yep, bend it out. Not for one wire to go around, but it's double twisting. Twist 1 and 2. Okay? Don't twist until your hand cannot move out. Okay? Okay? So it just keep on crossing. Keep on crossing. Keep on crossing. So slowly you can bend it to the shape of a holder. It's like a handle or a stand. So it can stand by itself. Okay? So this is nothing new, but it's how to refresh and how to show you. And I did one sample. So I didn't sleep last night because of the class. Okay? So this is the same technique that I show you. From the binding, and slowly you twist it and the stand with the wire. Okay? Do you understand? I hope I give. Okay? So this is one of the techniques that you can do. V shape, any shape. I will show you more and you can change your mind. Okay, so this is the first piece that I really want to show you. There's a tube below. I will show you the technique of the tube, but just show you how you can enjoy with the flower. Because there's a top, there's a wire, I can hold my flower. The flower doesn't move. To do this type of structure work, it's really fun, and you can recycle them after the flower go somewhere else. You keep the vase, that can be a nice arrangement. When you are doing business, when the customer are not happy, ask them to pay more. Give them more flower. Okay? Be a hobbyist, flower lover, you enjoy. Put the tube in. That I think that is interesting to soften the hard look. So I just do a quick, at least you know how to build the structure, how to make it into a design. Always start with the middle. So 1 twist, 2 twists. Okay? For beginner, maybe 3, more stable. And for people who worry, going more and more until you cannot finish. Just 2 twists. So the next will be in between. Always try to use the middle, the wire in the middle. Always do the double twist. 1, 2, and 3. So from these 3, then you combine, they form out a triangle. Slowly. Can you see a little bit hole in the middle? So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you're getting more stable. The round form is always be round, but how you make it more beautiful. So this is how you can just keep on twisting, twisting, twisting. So this is how you can twist without the holder now. So you bend it, you get there. So this is what I've been done for my base. Okay? We add the tube so you can create a new way. Okay, so next, there's a container. And I have the wire. So the wire is just go around. Just tighten. Just keep on turning. And I try to use different gauge of wire. Okay? It's just like when I'm doing the wax technique. So when it complete, it's this way. Just go around, and it's become a container. Okay? And you use back the same container as a holder, and become my design. And I try to cut, because this is beautiful, but I make a little bit change. Make a hole, so I can start to bend, because when you bend it, nobody know how you do it. They say, we like the action. So if you come for like demo, throw into the container. Okay, and can be straight, can be slant. One, and I attach to my. Do anybody know the name of the bunches? It's from here. Tell me more. Tell me. Naria. Okay. So of course the flower also need water. So in Kenya you have beautiful roses. You are so lucky. Okay. So this is how you can combine them. And do you know this piece is done by Efren? Efren helping me to do this. So you get a little bit more and you can join them together. Okay, nice? So this is a lot of like, today I want to do a fashion show. Okay, so I can do a bridal bouquet. So it's a technique. It's not what you can do. You can try to do it a lot of different ways. So this is a normal wire, and you want me to show how to do it. Then you use a cable tie, just go around. It's only water, okay, container with water, and you just throw the spear right here. And you get this, just place, just secure it, place on top. So you continue with the cable tie. And you secure the spear to the structure. Just throw in, because I call it anyhow do. Okay? And you go back, you conduct a workshop. you do a show with the same thing. So sometimes you can become a bouquet. Okay, it can be a bouquet. So, thank you. From your heart. Yeah, this is really good. It's better than doing text, phone, always on the phone. Look at this, it's so interesting. So you can see that I do a base on the ground. Can you see? So it's very interesting for today because using one material creates so many different things. Okay, I'll show it just a moment. Feel better? Wider, so you can do a pleat. But if you want to continue with the straight line, don't add more wire, but add 1 minus 1, add 1 minus 1. Okay. So from here, you just attach it. Just go around and hold it. So you can lock it in between. So you hold it and then you just remove the change water and place back here. The plastic look cheap. Okay, so you can see so you can play with different, and you can enjoy doing your work later on. So it can be just 3 or 4. I do not know how many number of flowers that you have, and cut away or bend it down. So do a design. So the whole thing is very stable. If fall, don't blame me. So it's stable. Cable tie. Yes. So it's only 1, 1, 1. Okay? So I mean, of course, remember, when you do one flower, don't give one carnation. So thank you for this. You like it? It's a mirror. Yeah. So if you have a contractor, you can hang it on the ceiling. Become a lamp on the wall. Okay. You are welcome to come for the lesson. So you just let me know and contact me.
We are delighted to have him all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in the U.S., and you will be thrilled with his demonstration today. Tim.
It is a thrill for me to be here. It is my first time in the continent of Africa, so definitely my first time in the country of Kenya. So to people from Kenya, thank you so much for your hospitality, for your graciousness. And to our friends from the Kenyan Flower Council, thank you so much for your beautiful flowers. So thank you. Everybody give the Flower Council a great hand for the flowers they donated. So rhythm is one of our primary principles of design. Let's go.